Hi everyone, Jeri Bellini here from Recycle Parts for Art. Welcome to Learn at the Little House. And you might hear my little puppy dog Madison walking around in the background. Sorry about that. Anyway, today I thought I would come on and talk to you about my version of bullet journaling. I've had a few of you ask me, because I mention it a lot, that I do bullet journaling, and a few of you have asked me if I could tell you a little bit more about the way I do it. I do it very simply, so I am not like a typical bullet journaler anymore. When I first started, I was using this key, and this is one of my first journals, and I had these symbols and all sorts of other things I'm going to show you in a minute, and it has morphed over the years. I would have to call the way I do it now, it's kind of half planner, half diary, and I really, really enjoy and love, I have planner piece, love my bullet journal. So first of all, I use a Leuchtturm, and I use a different color every year, and I use a hard-covered Leuchtturm, and they come with dotted lines, they come with straight lines, they come with graph paper, and they come plain, and I happen to love the dotted lines. So I'm going to show you, I've been doing this for about 5 years now, and 1 year I switched it up, and some of you may remember when I did my journaling, my planner in this sewing book, and that was a lot of fun, and I did it for a project I was working on with a group, and you know, I didn't hate it, but I really love my Leuchtturm. This is a little too bulky for me, and my Leuchtturm sits out on my desk all the time. The good thing about one of these is that you can take the pages in and out, so that's kind of nice. But again, as I said, I am in love with the Leuchtturm. I love the dotted lines, and I love the size. It just fits on my desk right next to my computer very easily. All right, on to a little bit about bullet journaling. So there's lots of people who do traditional bullet journaling with the symbols, and they put all kinds of stuff in their journal. So they do a 6-month view, so that I tried that in the beginning. And there's also doing tracking, and you could see I started tracking, and then let me zoom you in just a tiny bit, and then you know I just didn't keep up with it, and it stressed me out, so I gave it up. But there was a lot of different things that I did in this one. I had brain dumps in here on different pages. Okay, so this was a month. This was a whole month at a year. I'm sorry, month at a glance, month at a year. Jeri, month at a glance. And in the beginning, then I did, let's see, where am I? Here I am. So I did an index, and this would represent the pages that all these things started on. And you know, I had a gratitude page, a decluttering and clean list, meal ideas, health, vacation, all kinds of stuff. I even had my finances in here, down here. So I have since changed a lot of the way I do these things, and I didn't like what I didn't like is having to go back here and find the page and go to the page. It just started driving me a little crazy. So I decided not to do it this way. Okay, let's fast forward to what I am doing now. Okay, so this was 1 year that I did that. I loved my journal last year, and every year I get a different color. So last year's was this beautiful lime green, and I have had this beautiful orangey golden color, and this one is pink, and I have another one, it's a sandy color. So I like to do a different color every year. Just makes me happy. All right, so what it morphed into was, like I said, more of a diary planner. So I have a big calendar, and this, I always print my calendar pages out in some bright color. Each year I use a different color because that's what I like to do. I like to be able to spot things by color. So I'm just happen to be showing you May because there's nothing written in there. You can go online and they have these free printables, and I'll put a link in my description below where you can find this, and you can start your weekday on a Monday or you can start it on a Sunday. And I like it to be on a Monday because that's kind of my work week, and then I have Saturday and Sunday together, and I do certain things on the weekend. So I like the calendar like this. You can opt to put in the holidays. You can, you know, put the moon things in. You can do all sorts of things with these calendars, and these are free to print out. So I actually put mine in this like folder, okay, and just I clip it in. Oops, there's all my stuff. So I clip it in. Oh, there's more stuff. Sorry. I clip it in. This particular folder has these little things here. And so it's in, and I just keep turning the page as I need it. So what I do every day, I sit down at my desk and I grab my calendar. This is my monthly at a glance, and I look at it and I see what's going on for today. And if I have a doctor appointment or something, I move it over to this journal. So let's see, I have a couple things on this page. All right. So this is the beginning of the year. This is how I started. This is how I start off. Let's go back to the very first page. I put something meaningful in the front, and the last few years I've been doing a word for the year. So I put my word here with the description of the word, with the synonyms for the word. So this way I've got the word beat to death. I know what I'm after, and I can just flip to the front of my book anytime and look. And then I always have a quote, nothing changes if nothing changes is this year. And I just put a little washi tape on there because I felt like it. All right, so I skip usually a few pages, and I start on the first dotted lined page. So these pages were initially meant for your index, so that I just skip them. I don't know if I'll ever use them, if I'll put anything on there or not. Maybe I'll draw a picture, who knows. I do not use my planner for art at all. This is strictly to keep my life where I can go back and I know what day or what time I did something. So it's just to keep my life in order, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The only things that I write in here or keep track of in here are the date, Tuesday, January 1st. And I like to keep track of the weather. I don't know why, I just do. So I look that up every morning, and I just draw that little picture, and I put the temperature over there. Then what I do, so now remember it's first thing in the morning, I've gotten dressed, I'm sitting at my computer, I'm getting ready to start my day. I think about all the things that I'm supposed to do today. So I'm supposed to make phone calls, and I write all that down, pay the bills, whatever I have to do that day, I write it down. And if I don't get to it tomorrow, when I show back up again to do the next day, I put an arrow that shows it's getting pushed back. All right, so now I'm on today. Now it's Wednesday, the next day, and I'm writing down all the things that have to get done today. And that's fine. So when I finish it, I put a star next to it. If I don't finish it, it looks like that, just dots. You can see the dots. See? The bullets. All right, now let's turn the page. So I filled it up, okay? There's no space left at the end. I'm going to turn the page, and now I'm going to do Thursday. And there's nothing really on here that you couldn't see. It's not a big deal. So I just start out same way, and now things that I think that I need to do today. So things that just come to my mind. I do flip. I don't take the stuff from yesterday, and move it over. I just leave it back there, and I'll just flip back and look. After I do whatever's on this part of the list, I flip back and just start picking away at the other thing. If after like a week there's still stuff in here that hasn't gotten done, I ask myself, is it really that important? Do I think I really need to do this? And if I don't, I just cross it off. You know, sometimes that happens. Every morning when I show up, before I start writing my new day, I think about the prior day, and was there anything on my list that was there anything I didn't add on my list? So say at the end of today, I decided to make a YouTube video late in the day. It just kind of out of nowhere. And I didn't have it down on my to-do list, because I operate like that. I don't know if you do. But I kind of fly by the seat of my pants sometimes. I just get an idea and I just go, and so it's not in my journal. So I'll add it to the journal. And that's what I mean when I say I keep a diary. So I'm adding things that I did do after the fact, and I'm putting things down that I need to do. And of course, I double check with my big calendar that I showed you. If I have any doctor appointments, I do move them from that big calendar to here. So for example, I had an eye doctor appointment. And the reason I put it here is so that I can keep track. I can flip through this book easily and keep track of what I did and when I did it. So if I get an oil delivery, stuff like that, I'll write it in here. If I had to go to the post office with some Etsy packages, I'll write it in here. So like you can see, it's a diary and a planner. Now, the other things that I was doing in my original Leuchtturm that I need to keep doing is a brain dump. And that's when I'm feeling overwhelmed and I can't focus. I have to get everything out of my head. And I noticed last year I only used up to page 160 something in this. So I had all this extra paper at the end that was nothing in there. So I decided to put my brain dump. Gosh, can I talk today, Jeri? I decided to put my brain dump at the end of the book. So here I just put a little piece of washi tape on page 199, and that gives me 50 pages. There's 248 pages in a Leuchtturm, and I'll leave the link for this in the description box below because it's very confusing. If you type in Leuchtturm journal on Amazon, you'll see a million of them, and this one is hard-covered and dotted, and so I'll link it in the description below so you can see exactly what journal I'm using. And they're all different sizes too. Some of them are big, some of them are pocket size. It could make you a little crazy. This one is 8 1/4 long by 5 3/4 wide. All right, so my brain dump will start back here, and that'll just be ongoing thoughts and whatever. And that's basically all I do in this, and I find it's all in one place. It makes me feel very peaceful, and I absolutely love it. I do have another journal that I use for all my business things. So when I do business research, or if I have an idea about YouTube video I want to make, or a class I want to teach, or an item I want to sell, or anything. So I have another, and I use a traveler's notebook for that. And so I just have those two things, and they're both fairly small. They both fit in my hand. I can put them, in a purse or a bag if I want to take them with me, and I find them to be fantastic. I just love them. And the Leuchtturm, I probably will never stop using it. I just love it that much. And the paper is really nice too. And so it takes pretty much any pen I've tried to use on it, it doesn't bleed through. I happen to use the Uniball Signos, the Ultra Micro or the Micro in black or blue. I do have some purple ones. Sometimes I like to change up the color of my pen. And that's about it, guys. if you have any questions, if I didn't make any sense, if I missed telling you something, please let me know. But I keep it really simple, and it works for me. So I hope everybody has a blessed day full of love and recycled art, and I will see you again soon. I'm trying to make more videos for you guys this year, and I want to get back to my altered book series. That'll probably be next week. And that's about it for now. So I will see you soon. Bye.